Hi everyone. Um, yeah, a bit of a different start, but um, I'm kind of right. So, it's no point beating around the bush. I was absolutely torn up. I knew I always would be. I know some people have different feelings on royalty. I'm not a royalist. I don't see myself as a royalist as such. All right. But I absolutely love my queen. Queen and country, that's me. And yeah, hasn't been a very good few days. And yeah, I've been a bit, to be blunt, I've been really down. But let's put her up again. Yeah. So, I don't know what to say. I mean, look, I did put a post, as you can see. It's like I don't know anything other than having a queen who's always been there, and now King Charles, who's always been waiting. So, yeah, bit of an upsetting few days. But there you go. Right. Okay, so I wanted to do that. I want, have a think about the Queen, because, as I put there, it's like you only see her in pictures and videos, but she's always there. It's always there. She's not. Right. Okay. So let's move on from that. Some of you may have seen my. Hello, everyone. By the way, sorry if I seemed a little bit off. I'm not off. I'm just a bit down. Not much you can do about it, is there? But yes, some of you may have seen this this video. I assume you can all hear me. I see we can all hear me, but got that there. Let's get that out of the way. I did this video on my Amiga 1000, so the idea of that was well, because I've done lots of videos on the A1000. Well, I've done a few of them anyway, and I've had it for 35 years. It might be 34, but I've had it a bloody long time, and I now think that she's, I'm not gonna say perfect, but getting there. And it did cause a bit of a stir with some people. And everyone, I appreciate everyone's opinion, even though I did say one particular one was rubbish. Everyone's got their own opinion, but a lot of people seem to think the Amiga 1000 should be leave it at 1.3. Remember it as it was, all that rubbish. We all spent ages trying to make it as good as possible. I had a 40 meg hard drive when no one had a hard drive. I had a hard drive before anyone. I had 2 meg of RAM in it, and I increased it, and then over time I managed to get I'd get an 8 meg card. I did everything I could to make it as good as it could be. And the 500 kind of took a bit more of a prominent place, obviously with the Checkmate 1500. So, but no, it was kind of a big deal. So when I got the Vampire in my 2000, which is still in there, it was so good. It's not perfect, but it's it's pretty damn good. As some people say, it plugs some of the holes that that were in the original system. But I'm kind of, I don't understand this. Putting a Vampire in means it's not an Amiga 1000. Well, that's possibly partly down to they don't know, didn't watch. Well, for one thing, people complaining didn't watch the bloody video, right? If they watched the video, they'd have heard the explanation that I'm running Core 2. Now, on the V2 Vampires there really is only Core 2. And the Core 2 gives you a super fast CPU in FPGA, really fast CPU, an RTG system, really good RTG system as well. It gives you a network, and it gives you 128 mega RAM. Oh, and it gives you a fast ID interface. So what is there not to like about it? Because that's something the Amiga didn't have. The only thing that you've removed from the Amiga is a 68,000 chip, and you've replaced it with a fast one. Everything else is getting warm. Everything else is running. So I don't understand the whole thing about putting a Vampire in is bad. Now, you know, look, I'm also one of the people that I like the idea of having a real chip. So I've got a Warp 560 card in a 500, and that's got a proper 060. But the 060s have to be patched with a library to make them work well. So patch the operating system to work well with it. And I think that probably the Vampire 6880, as they've called it, is probably better. All right. So it's just wonderful, and it does so much. And if you watch the video, then you can understand what I'm trying to say. One thing that another thing that came up, and the title is meant to get people to look at it and cause a little bit of fuss. But is my 35-year-old Amiga 1000 still a viable machine? Now, the reality is, if you include in browsers, no, not in a million. But if you've got specific applications you need on a specific platform, then no. But if you do things like you want to just browse simple sites, you want to do, you're interested in doing graphics, you want to type letters, you want to do email, you want to do this kind of thing, and you can do an awful lot on that machine. And if the world, you know, kind of stopped, well, if it stopped, it wouldn't have it, would it? But if we suddenly lost all of our high-end computers, I could still do the bulk of stuff that I want to do, you know. And so that was my point. It's very usable now. To me, a 1.3 1000, not really cute, but not really. Yeah. So the video's going quite well. People have been very positive about it, and some negative, obviously, about the Vampire. But everyone loves the 1000, obviously. But you know, it was not meant to be inflammatory. It's just, you know, I'm a big fan of the Vampire. I'm not a big fan of the cost. I'm really not. But I think people realise that. But that is down to what are you prepared to spend. But I've got two Vampires, one in my 2000 and one in my 1000. And I paid about 200 quid for each. Now, I think that the £250 Vampire, I wish they still did the V2 Vampires, because it's an absolute no-brainer. You just flop it into your CPU socket and it's wonderful. So I wish they'd continue making it at that low price point, because that's killer. £250 is absolute killer. But spend £450 or £500, no, it's just not. It's not worth it. But not to me. I'm sure it is to a lot of people, but not to me. But I still love the Vampire. And as I tried to explain, the FPGA is the saviour of most retro platforms, because when our chips start dying, we can have FPGA implementations put on a package, you know, replacements, hopefully over time. And that's the only way you can get complete accuracy. So they're very important. Right, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over there so I can see if there's any questions. Let's have a look at your questions. It's very important tonight. You need to ask questions, because I've only got like a couple of things to talk about, and then I'm just going to go and spend some time off, because I'm off-roading in the next couple of days. So I'm taking my KTM. Yeah, it's a bit bigger than that one. But I'm taking my KTM to Snowdonia, North Wales. and hopefully it won't crash. But yeah, so you know, spend a bit of time with the wife. Right, I've been following this for a number of months. Okay, I've been dangling on since first Kickstarter. What a journey it's been so far. There's so much. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I've got other stuff coming. Okay, I've never owned an Amiga in my life. 37. I got the black. Chuck mate, which I use a Cinema 4D Blender host for rendering. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Happy, absolutely right. Queen was loved all over. Yeah, absolutely right. She was. Majority of Americans even liked her. Most means of poverty. Yeah, it's true actually. Nothing more than putting an LSD engine on Jensen. Except white mini Mr. Kit arrived on Friday. It's been running for most of the weekend playing. Oh, good. Oh no! Don't sell the 1200. They're going up in price. 500 quid for 060 chip currently on eBay. Yeah, no, well, yeah, but I know what the chip costs on the Vampires, so that's why I'm not a big fan. Right. So what we're going to talk about? Okay. So let's talk about the first thing. App is in the audience. So I was, so I haven't done a video for a couple of weeks. The main reason was because, as you know, we're doing this great big project. App is doing a ton of work, and that's the one I was going to show you for later. Let's get these up in case you've forgotten what they are. Open with preview. Here we go. No, not there. Yeah, well, let's see if we can find these boards. These aren't the right pictures. Oh, for crying out loud. You think I'd be a professional, wouldn't you? That's not the one. Right. Let's. There you go. Let me click on the right one. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, you're probably aware of Appy's boards. Here you go. And the boards are coming on great. Unfortunately, we did bring a set home, and I might have damaged them on the way or something. I don't know. But anyway, I was having trouble getting them working. Anyway, so went back, took the thing over to Appy, and he's already on like the third version of the prototypes, and that's all working great. So, but this is a bit of a journey. This is not a simple product. This is a really complex piece of kit now. It was fairly simple to start with, so that I could do it. But once I kind of spoke to Appy, we're kind of building what I really want. And like the backplane things, like we can do that. And Appy suggested this, do the backplane, and it's kind of a fantastic idea. So, plonk. No, it's just plonk. Put a new product in, plonk, straight in. So once it's shipped out. But it's a complex bit of kit. This really is a complex bit of kit. And so it's taking time. We're not LG, right? We're not Samsung. And so it's taken a little while. It's getting very expensive. Well, relatively small company budget kind of thing. It's getting relatively expensive. So yeah, see that Patreon thing at the bottom? Thanks to all my patrons, because really, trust me, it's really helping. Actually, it's paying for the boards. Right now, all the Patreon money is going into Appy. It's like literally. So that's really good to have that money coming in, and the more the merrier. There's only so much I can fund, you know what I mean? So yeah, the board is coming on. This one you can see here on the screen. There was a few problems with it, and it's one of these things. And so, as I said, he's already fixed it. But we're expecting at the end of the month, fingers crossed. Now, if it's not, it's not. But we're hoping for the German show, we can take the Kickstarter ready setup to Germany. So anyone's coming to Amiga 37, fingers crossed. And I like, I'm trying to put Appy under pressure, but he's under pressure, obviously. But we're hoping to have a good working system ready for Kickstarter to be shown at Amiga 37. Everyone can see the prototype and see it work. I mean, you see it work anyway. Look, it's over there. You've probably seen the video. I was showing it working. So, but if actually, to be fair, that was Byron's board. That was the other one. So it's coming. It's just taking a bit of time. So yeah, I mean that's where we are. I got nearly 500 people on the waiting list now. So if you do want to be on the waiting list, get on the waiting list. You know, because this is seriously a good board. It's a good set of boards. I mean, being able to put RGB SCART in, composite as well. The SCART's also got composite and audio on it, so it's got the works. You know, you plug any SCART into it and it'll work. You've got component on that board. You know, I know we're using the GBS, but we're using GBS control, which supercharges it. And all of this, you know, multi-layer boards with really good grounding. We're really happy. Appy's doing so much work on this. I should have told him to look away. Actually, I don't want to be blowing sunshine up his butt, but you know, look, credit where it's due. So I'm looking forward to showing that. I mean, especially like what you see with the 9-pin CGA EGA input. You're probably aware that the only thing we haven't got in the pipeline at the moment is a S-video board, but so hence that I went down tracking the board, and I've got one now, so we're going to take that apart, put that as a plug-in. Not quite sure how it's going to go in yet, but we're going to have that as a S-video plug-in, because out the gate I want people to be able to use, like for example, I've got a C120AD, and I got from Appy, and I want to be able to do a video to do this machine justice, because I'm new to the 120. I'm new to the 64, to be fair, but I'm new to the 128, and I got it, and it's amazing. It's an absolutely amazing machine. So I want to do it justice, and with this monitor, this setup, we can, because we can put it in. So you get your high resolution EGA display, you get your S-video display, switch between audio. I mean, you just get it all. So it's going to be a great product. Someone's asking, how do I get on a waiting list? It's a really good question. If you look in the video, actually, at the end, it gives you a link to it. There's a couple of barcodes. But if you go to my website, look on news, you'll see it in there. There is I suppose I could put, no, I have to go find the barcode there, might I? Go to my website. In fact, I tell you what, I'll put the website up and you can see the link if I can find the website, because it's here. No, actually, you can see it's not very professional tonight, is it? Here we go. Right, let's go on to here. So if you go to my site and you go to newsroom and do all, no figures. Here we go. Kickstart introduction. So basically, you go to here. So it's I don't think we've got the thing on that, but you just go to this link at the top. To go to my site, just go to newsroom, go to all, scroll down, you'll see it there. Kickstart introduction. It's there. Let me zoom in a bit. There's a good video on here. It's goes a little bit into it, but there's this link here to register an interest. Please email. You could just email me, steve@amiga.net, and I'll just add you, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to click on that link and it's going to send an email. It's really pretty easy. Okay, let's go. I think it's a question. Question: are you kitting the monitor with add-on cards for different uses, kind of like the Van Helsing or garlic bitten kit? Yeah, absolutely. Guess what's going to go in it? Actually, let me just see if I can get that across so I can see it. There you go. Yeah, it's a bit out of focus. My DE10's going in it. Now, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get the whole stack in, because by the time you got that lot in, but you're going to be able to put the DE10s in it. You're also going to be able to put, I mean, I've shown this loads of times. I've got another board. This was the one for the 4, but if you've got the second board, you know, you're not going to have room. So there'll be a single board row that you'll be able to stick in the mister. You'll see this is a single one, okay, and that has got a CM4 on it. So yeah, you'll be able to do all that, and I think it's going to be pretty good. But I'm biased. Alright, let's. Right. Remember what I said, you need to ask questions because. Can spill some beans on planned boards? Any thoughts on different plug-in modules? Yeah, I mean, look, let's get the Kickstarter off the ground first. Look, we're already doing. There's the main. You get it with the main one, the one at the bottom. The one at the bottom board is your main board. And that's got all the basic connections that are on the internal controller, which is then hidden away. The second board you saw with the GBS 8200, that's got SCART, EGA, CGA, component. It's got everything on there, and it's really good. And low latency, but bear in mind the monitor's 17 milliseconds. So, yeah, and then there'll be kits for fitting the Raspberry Pi. You won't be able to put the big fan on it, but yeah, you know, the big ice towers. You won't be able to put that on it because you're only going to have one slot. But then there'll be a D10 Nano one, and there'll be a whole lot of things. I'm hoping we may have other stuff as well, but my aim is to make it so they just go clonk, because the whole point of that bus board is it's got all the video signals, audio signals, and power on it, literally. So all you do is plug it in, turn it on. There's nothing else to do. It's a really nice design that Appy's done it. Anything further than that? Yes, we got ideas, but you know, it's not. We'll see. If you've got some kind of weird computer, Silicon Graphics maybe, needs a very special signal, then you know, loan us a loan Appy a Silicon Graphics. Better still, give it to me. I'll loan it to him and have it back afterwards. And maybe do a board for getting them working. So yeah, I mean you think of the monitor like my cases. The idea is I get you into it and then I sell you lots of other bits, because that's how I make money. This is now a money making venture, whereas before it was a bit of fun, it was a profitable bit of fun, but now it's actually a business, so I have to make it a business venture. So slight mindset change, but you know. Right, what are we going to talk about now? Oh yeah, let's talk about Aeros. Now, most of you probably know I'm a big Aeros fan, okay? And if you look behind me, you'll see this. You'll see that machine behind me, which is my Aeros box, and basically what you're seeing here. Oh, hang on. Don't worry, I haven't gone anywhere. It's just the camera resets after 30 minutes. So what we've got here is I've actually got. You can see the board here. In fact, let me go down a couple of shots. What's this one like? That one's better. So you can see the board. I've got a supply of boards, and now basically these are almost fully supported, and I've got someone literally standing by to fill in the final driver, which is the network driver that's on the motherboard, because at the moment what I'm having to do to get network, if I can find a picture showing it, yeah, I'm having to put an RTL 8169 network card in there. But you can see on this one here, there's the board. It's got a nice back plane. You can see the network card at the top, and I'm using compact flash. Now, people are going to ask me, why are you using compact flash? The main reason being is that at the moment, Aeros still only supports IDE or some SATA devices running in legacy mode, which is really hard to get. at the moment, compact flash, they're really fast, a lot faster than the hard drive. Aeros is not a big, it doesn't need really fast drives. These things give 120 megabytes a second. They boot really quick, and they're not overly expensive. So that's the plan at the moment. Now I'm just sorting out the boards. I'm sorting out. I've got a really nice distribution that I've taken Aeros, and what I've basically done is I've tweaked it a little bit, but I've done a lot of work on AmiBridge. And what I've done is I know some people like the whole coherency mode. I'm not a fan. And what I prefer to have is my Amiga run full screen, and you switch between them because it just runs better, really runs well. And so on that machine behind me, what we have is 3. Now it's important to understand, everyone, if you're interested in this, right, and you want to get on the Aeros bandwagon, everyone will get Amiga Forever 8. That's just so you get the license, okay? So no questions about can we have 9? Yes, you just go to a shop and buy it. This is 8. I've got a deal with Mike. We can include a full operating system license, everything. So it's allowed me to do 3 different distributions for the Amiga. So you've got 3 different distributions on it. One is a really high-end RTG system with all the legally distributable software that I can find. There's another one which is for WHD load. And the third one is a supercharged 1.3 with nice blue screen. And yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Some people go, some people stop, but they don't really look at it sensibly. The other great thing about compact flash, you pull the bloody thing out, put another one in, you've got a different operating system. You know. But these boards are new old stock. No, I tell a lie. No, they're not. They're reconditioned used motherboards, okay? But I've got a good supply. But I'm still not finalising it because there's 2 boards we're looking at the moment. I haven't quite finalised on it yet, but once I have, then I'll be really start pushing this out. No, I'm only expecting to sell 20, 30. But it's mainly so that if you want to build an Aeros machine, if you're interested in buying one of my cases, but you want an Aeros machine, it's not going to be very expensive to add that in to one of my cases. So yes, it is a way of selling my cases, but the driver will be, there's going to be probably a 2 or 3 month gap between when the driver's finished and when it's put into the Aeros repository. That's just to give me a little bit of a head start, see if I can recoup some of the, because I'm paying a professional to do this. It's not being, this is like I did with Michael Schultz. I'm having this done professionally. He's getting paid professionally. So once that's done, and it's all happy, a couple of months, I just want to sell a handful of these systems, try and recoup a little bit of money. Then we put it straight into the repository, and everyone gets the benefit of it regardless. So that's my promise, okay? SD doesn't work. I actually tried one of these. I don't think you can see this, but I actually tried one of these compact flash adapters that you put another adapter in it and then a micro SD card in it. They just don't work. But I'm using the gold ones of these. So basically they're going to be SanDisk, and they're not cheap actually. And it's almost like buying a Mac for memory cost. It isn't going to be cheap. But they are good. They do boot quick. And the other good thing about them is, that you can back them up. So you just back the damn. Yes, you're right. They did used to be cheap. But you can just back them up. But at the moment, 32 gig is costing about £35–40, whereas an SD card at 35 gig is about £7. But they just don't work. I can't get them to work. I've tried in all different ways, and I just cannot get an SD card to work. So for whatever reason, they're not working. Compact flash works backwards. Yes, there you go. So yes, I knew it was something like that. But it's going to be a nice machine. In fact, what I'll do is, one of them there you go. Oh, hey, if you like the old 1.3. Let's turn the sound off. There you go. So one of the distributions is 1.3. So you can, if you want to play, you've got that. You can play with 1.3. You'll have a WHD load system, which is the Amiga Forever distribution, but I've just again added some stuff, made it look a bit prettier. But that's got WHD load, so you can run your WHD load. And then there's an RTG system, which I think is brilliant. It's the one I've been using for quite some time on my Amigas. So it means you've got all spectrums, and it just runs, and you've got Aeros in the background. So why not, if you're going to have a hybrid Amiga, why not have Amiga OS on Aeros? It's a no-brainer. 1.3 is great, yeah, especially if you like games and demos. So you got everything. You can just, and I'm going to be doing a lot on this. See if it's better than SD for going crazy bad for no reason. Yeah, I must admit that I found my compact flash, because I've had this one for my Aeros machine for years, and I find them really good. So, and people put their, look, if you're going to use it in your cameras, they've got to be bloody good. And I'm only using SanDisks, which I know work really well. So, I'm happy with that. But you will, if you want to, you can update, find yourself a different drive. But I think these are good. And the other thing is, you can, to be honest, who needs more than 32 gig? I'm only using 7, a 6. You know what I mean? So I don't think you need it. But there is a 128 gigabyte one of the compact flashes, and no one's ever going to need that. I don't think so. But yeah, so there's my Aeros box. Yes, the monitor is quite pretty, isn't it? I must admit, but I am biased. Right, so I've really not got an awful lot more to say. Never had a compact flash fail, but more than how SD cards are a nightmare. Jesus Garcia. Now, look, it's a very good question, because I'm pretty confident that the GBS 8200 does support 24 kHz. Appy can pipe up if he likes. I know it was something I don't think I mentioned it to Appy, actually, funny enough. It does 15, that's fine. Does 31, that's fine. I think it does do 24, but we'll have to see what Appy says. Let Appy come back and... Are you going to have a complete package? Yes. I've actually got the thing ready to go. The problem is, at the moment, it won't be for a few weeks, because I'm trying to sort a little issue out with, I don't want to go into it because it just start a can of worms, but something's not quite right with it. I need to sort out, otherwise we've got to switch to another board. Once we've got everything nailed, the only thing that's outstanding is that I want to get, instead of having to put a PCI network card in, I'm having the driver written like I did in the past. You can hear all about that again. Like I did with my little Amiga box 2008. I want a fully supported machine, and initially you'll only be able to get it if you buy one of my cases as a kit. It's going to be under £400. I'm not sure the exact price yet, because we're not finalised, but it'll be under, excluding VAT and shipping, it'll be under £400 for the whole system. Yeah. Okay. So we have to come back to on the X68000. Right. Yeah. So the Aeros is going to be an inexpensive system, and it's an open source Amiga operating system running on a 2.8 gigahertz chip, really fast, way faster than a Pi. And it will be fully licensed with the Amiga operating system, which is, I think, how you should do it. And I think people are going to, it's one of those things, people go, oh, I'll wait until I can buy my own board. Later on, Once I've shipped a few complete systems, assuming everything goes all right, then we'll start making packs, motherboard, CPU, RAM. Like the whole kit with a cooler, the whole thing that you can put in any case. Now, micro ATX, you'll be able to put them in any case you want. I prefer if you put it in mine because I want to promote my cases. But that's the plan with this. I've been wanting to do one for ages, and it's about time I did another one because I'm a big fan. Right, so that's Aeros. I'd like to run a retro version of Cinema. Right. Right. You asked about Lightwave. I'm not telling you the price and the monitors. Okay, so here's. You probably can't. Let's see if I can zoom the camera in. Actually, I might have to take the mic with me. Let me just see if I can zoom in a bit. Oh, hang on. Let's have a bit of fun. Right, so I'll take the mic. Now I may go a bit quiet. Hope that doesn't fall off. Right, I'm going to go a bit quiet, but so this is fully registered Amiga operating system, okay? And watch, behind it is Aeros. Yeah, good, isn't it? But down here is Lightwave. And oh, I haven't set it up. Oh yes. Okay, I've been playing with it, haven't I? Damn. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this. There you go. Lightwave. Good, isn't it? And again, it's running on Aeros. Oh, in fact, actually, what I should do, just to prove it is running on Aeros. There you go. Icarus desktop. And behind it, Lightwave. Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That. Right. Now let's leave focus on there. Right. So. Any plans for M.2 MVM? Right. Okay. Look. Let's talk about this. Oh, what's going on here? Why is it stopped? Oh no, sorry. Let's talk. Oh, hang on. let's get the microphone back. It's just you've nailed it, Ryan. It screams fun. I mean, it really does. This machine is not going to be expensive, right? I've managed to get some really good price on there. The motherboards are pre-used, okay, but they've been all tested and they're all cleaned, right? But everything else is new, brand new, okay? Everything else is brand new. So the CPUs are brand new. I've got a supply of brand new CPUs that are running it. AMD CPUs, 2.8 gigahertz, right? Single core. It's a single core operating system, okay? If later on you want to put a different core in, more cores, and you want to experiment with x64, fill your boots, okay? It's going to do everything, but it's also going to emulate Amiga beautifully. It's just really good like this. So you're going to see a lot on this, and I'm really going to be bigging it up. And also because you've got Aeros, you've got OWB. So you've got this now. My aim here is to inspire developers again, because what's happened is Aeros community has dipped into the doldrums, and people, because like I've said this so many times, all people ever do about is moan at developers. The software's got a bug in it. They don't praise enough, and they expect Aeros to be free. You know, it's just have to support the developers. But Aeros has got so much potential, and it's already bloody good, right? It's already good. Now, is it as stable as Linux? Don't be stupid. No, it's never going to be as stable as Linux. It's an Amiga clone operating system that runs just like the Amiga, and it has the same problems as the Amiga. But if you understand that, and you just enjoy computers, and you like Amigas, it's brilliant. It's just absolutely, literally is nirvana. So I'm trying to build something completely supported that isn't costing thousands of pounds, right? No one can afford, as I did tell Trevor, X1000 too expensive. Something that everyone can afford. This is going to be under £400 for a complete working system. Okay, X VAT, X shipping. And then there'll be extras you can add on to it, and bits and pieces and stuff. But the basic system will be, and it'll include the Amiga OS licenses. I'm actually going to do a nice. I've already started work. Fun enough, I'm doing a manual. So if you know what I'm like, I like doing nice manuals. Okay. So when you get it, oh, that's not good, is it? When you get it, you're going to basically, yes, it's a branded one, of course, because when you open up the box, you want it to look nice. Scroll down, Aeros User Guide, Icarus Manual. It's going to be a hard copy. It's basically the Icarus Manual. I'm going to put some extra bits in there to do with the machine. But basically, it's going to be an Icarus Manual. You're going to get it, and it's going to be ring bound, right? They're a tenner. My main manual's a tenner. It's not cheap stuff, but it's I hope it's going to be something people are going to really, really enjoy having, and it is the way to do bloody. It's definitely the way to do emulation. If you're going to emulate Amiga, do it on an Amiga. I think I might need to give myself a little bit of focus. No. That's a little bit. Have you seen my t-shirt? It's not true. I've got 2 other kids. They've grown up now. But anyway, right. Questions. Come on. Because I've waffled on for long enough. I have got planned more videos come in. I know I forgot the microphone. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, very cool. You've got a microphone. Oh my God, something like that. Yeah, exactly. This is all about fun. Lots of people have forgotten that. Yeah, it's a hobby. Yes. Can that thing replace my Mac Pro? I know, people. I've got a 12-year-old Mac Pro tower, which I really like, and I've used it for a couple of years, 2-3 years. It does everything else, but it's she's an old banger. I've actually got an M1 Mac Mini. I never use it, but look, it can run Lightwave, and that is actually running Lightwave in 1280 by 1024. Now, if anyone asks, I can distribute. I can't say why, but I can. I'm happy to distribute Lightwave with this latest version. Okay, I cannot say why, but I'm just happy to. Right, and that's all there is to it. That's all you need to know. And everything else in there I've checked. I got permission to use the graphics from. Oh God, I've done it again. I forgot his name. Oh, I hate it when I forget his name. Anyway, the great Amiga artist. Right. I've got permission from him to because I like his pictures on my desktop. But. Yes, I'll be interested in Monitor. Yep, unless you've already done one. I've done lots of Monitor videos. I will order system when available. I wanted to get into Aeros. Yeah, look, as I said, Aeros comes with the mini case. No, the plus case. It won't fit the mini case because it's a micro ATX motherboard. It's just too big. Okay. Oh, I'm late to the stream today. Have you spoken with the 8-bit guy after my comments on his Facebook? No. Look, it's not. Oh. Yeah, look, I really appreciate APAC. I really appreciate you saying that. But I'm not pushy. I'm just not. If I haven't emailed. It's one of those things, you know what? I think I might have emailed him a while back and said, "Would you like to review it?" And I don't think I got a response, or it might be. Look, email him, say get in touch. I'm happy to send a case, but. Sometimes you don't want to be too pushy. Sometimes, do you know what I mean? It's going to happen in its own time. Look, the monitor's going to create a huge buzz. At least, Christ, I hope so. There's about 500 people on the waiting list, so it's going to create a big buzz. I think it's going to be. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be a big deal. So, and it will bring them cases, because then you've got the cases, you've got the monitors, you've got a nice Aeros system, but anything else you like in it, you know, like you can build a PC into it, whatever you like. But I want to give people a proper Amiga complete system, buy it, away you go, and to like it. Available in black? It's a good question, Jeremy. The answer is yes, but I don't have. I've got white keyboards. So I'm thinking of doing a bundle with my white keyboards, with all the keycaps. I mean, this one here has got the one that slides underneath, but I'm thinking of doing one with my white keyboards. You notice this has got risers on it. That's because I've got a water cooling system underneath it. Let me show you the picture of the water. This is a serious. It's not for overclocking. Yeah, I didn't do this for overclocking. I did it because it's relatively quiet. It's not quiet, relatively, because you can see at the back it says silent. I you can't see that, but it actually says silent fans. Oh, that's not good. So it's got a water cool unit in it. It's just to be honest, it's just for fun. But that's not in the standard system. It will just be a standard cooler. But yeah, you'll be able to there'll be upgrades and that kind of thing. But it's it has to go in the plus. This lot will not fit in the mini. In fact, the other motherboard I'm looking at the moment is slightly bigger. It's got an extra slot. So, but you're not really buying it for slots, okay? You're not. But I want it to be completely supported. And then if you want to put one, you can put one on one of these risers, yeah? You know, away you go. But yeah, get back to black. The cases come in black, but it means you will probably need to get one of my black keycap sets and buy your own black keyboard. Okay, because I'm probably not going to buy any more keyboards for a while, because I've still got about 70 white keyboards. I've got sold all the black ones, but I've got about 60 or 70 white keyboards, so hence I might make a deal on that. Danger Otto. That monitor is for anybody who really likes old systems of any kind. Yes. Question. Sorry for being daft. No, you've never been daft to my knowledge. Work watching. How is this different than an Amiga system from your last kick? Okay. Well, an Amiga is completely different. An Amiga is an FPGA 68000 Amiga, and I've put the operating system on it. And, the Aeros one is an open source Amiga system, completely open source, that runs on kick-ass, very old kick-ass motherboards. So it's very difficult to actually put these systems together. It's an Amiga operating system, like Morphos and Amiga OS 4. But I'm actually emulating the Amiga OS, actual Amiga OS, to run different platforms as well. So I wonder if they make 3D mice for Amiga systems. I don't know. Does it come with some vents downwards? Yeah, see that bloody great thing there? There's a massive 120mm vent right where that fan is, because otherwise it'd be just blowing at the case, wouldn't it? In fact, I think I've got a picture of it. There you go, look. See? I'm pointing at it, look. 111. Can you see this here? It's got a 120mm fan in the base. This is why it's got risers on it, so the air can blow down. Okay, does mean it's blowing hot air, and it's an AMD CPU, so it's probably going to get a little bit warm. Has the Kickstarter for the monitor launched? No, not yet. Sorry. It will be soon once I've got from happy, and once I'm happy with a monitor that I can go and just show, and it's kind of there. It's not, won't be the final. We're going to probably have 2 more, maybe 3 more iterations, but it has to have the basics there, which I'm hoping at the end of the month. And then I will launch the Kickstarter because I have to get this going, because I have to, you know. So the keyboard has to be PS2. No, USB, baby. It's got USB. You need to go on Aeros, and it basically supports USB. Lots of USB devices in Aeros, so it has USB. I have actually got a PS2 mouse in it, but that is a USB keyboard. Yeah, vents, cool. Yeah, I thought they might have been put in by yourself. I'm not sure what that means, but no, I mean, it's my case. I designed it from the beginning. You've probably not seen it, but that machine, well, you can't see it. Let me switch. Hang on. Right, that machine there, that's my first one, and that's got a GTX 1080 in it. Okay, and it's got a water cooling system in it, and it blows air at the bottom. And it's actually a really good little system, that is, but I never use it. So yeah, I built this like everything else that I do. I build it for me, hoping that other people like it. I build what I want and what I would buy, and that's how I roll, baby. You know what I mean? I just build stuff for me. I mean, these cases were built because I wanted that. That's what I wanted. Don't get me wrong, I prefer the size of the Mini, but the Plus makes more sense. You can put anything in there. Christ, I mean, I've got my oh, you can't see it, but down the bottom there, I've got I did a recent video on that. If you just look through my channel, of my 500 in there. You know, that was originally that was the real plan. But you can stick anything you like in the Pluses. The Pluses are amazing. And that's why we've got 120mm fan slot in there. So if you put a PC in there, you can suck that air out with a water cooler. And you can suck at the back. At the back of it, there's 3, and I know it's not a lot, but with the 120mm sucking down, the power supply sucking out, these pulling out. Now I always say if you put a GPU in it, it cannot blow into the case. It has to blow out the back. It has to be a blower one. But then it'll work. That GTX 1080 is a reference card, and it's a blower, and it blows out the back. You just got to get that heat out of the case, because this is not an overclocker's case, right? It really isn't. Although it does allow you to do it, just don't quote me on it. So it'll take a DVD drive. Yes, it will. The problem is, as you've probably spotted. Oh, hello, Peter. Oh wow, okay. Everyone say hello to Peter. If you haven't recognised, Nostalgia Nerd's just turned up, and he hasn't forgotten about my package. I appreciate it, Peter. I really do. I was actually going to send you an email. Yeah, looking forward to that, because PR's great. But yeah, so I lost the plot. Right, so yeah, 120mm fan sucks the air out. It's just, and now if you put an Amiga in it, you don't need it. You don't need that. But if you're putting a PC now, this Aeros Aeros machine I'm building, it has got an AMD 2.8 GHz single core, so it will generate a bit of heat, but it's not an awful lot. You know, in the big scheme of things. And so my power supplies are good enough for that. That's why you see I'm using my power supply with it. I know I call it a 200 watt. It's actually a 300 watt. But I say 200 because I don't want anyone using it for a high-end PC. So that's why I do that. So I call it it's called the 200. Okay, it's just just to stop people using it for big PC. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, whenever you're ready, man. I mean, you know, that whole point was, you know, just be great to spread the word. And I know you, I'm not gonna put words in your mouth, but I am. I know you really like the monitor as well. So this is for Peter. I don't know how long Peter was on board. So this is for Peter. This is why it's taken a while, Peter, to get off the ground. Appy, say hello to Peter and be nice. Right. So for Peter's benefit, this is the new design internals. Okay. So I remember you said you'd like to see it. I'm happy for you to see it first. So that's the new internals. It's a mess at the moment, but you can see it's got a back plane. That's the baseboard. It's all different to what you saw last time. This is being really well designed. And then you've got a second board that has the other one, but it's well more designed, and they just slot into those back planes. So it's you know. Anyway, enough of the trying to do the promotion. Right, yeah, you, as long as it's a blower GPU, you know, as long as it's a blower, because you can't leave that heat in the case. It's, I mean, people say, oh, it's not very good at cooling. No, it's not designed to put. I mean, I got a 1080 in mine, GTX 1080, and it works brilliantly. It never throttles. Would I put anything else in it? No. It's, you know, you want to put something that's not going to overheat, and that's why the actual CPU, it's just a quad Pentium or something like that. It's got a water cooling block, goes straight out the bottom. It evacuates the hot air everywhere. Where can we register interest in the monitors? I've already done that, but just go to my website, checkmate1500plus.com, look in newsroom, come down, and it's about the 5th story down. Click on it, and you'll see a link. Or send an email to steve@Amiga. I'll write it here. There you go. So if you want to register, just send an email there. It's simple. And I'm not pestering people. I've got, as I said, I've got nearly 500 people on the waiting list, and they're just sitting there. I'm not hassling them. At some point, I'll send them an email, Kickstarter, right? So that's coming soon. God, I've got to get this Kickstarter going. I really have, but we can't until what Appy's doing. For those that don't know, and maybe coming late, he's transformed this project. Now, I know when I took it to the OLL show, I think a lot of people were really interested in what it could, that one there basically, what it could do out the gate. Appy's transformed this, but it's taken time to do everything. How many are you looking to make? I assume you're talking about monitors. I have to sell at least 800 to 900. It just doesn't fly without it, because tooling is really expensive. It's gonna my cases, all the tooling for the plus cases and the mini cases altogether about $40,000, $45,000. But this is, the monitor's more like 90. So you know, it's a big project. It really is a big one, and I have to. You know, like as I've said many times, it's not replacing the CRT. I get accused of trying to replace the CRT, and it's rubbish. But it's not trying to replace the CRT. It's trying to give a retro-looking monitor from an era that I actually like them, with all the functionality that you can plug anything into it. You know, RGB, SCART, you can plug in CGA computers, EGA computers, and that all works, right? Anything's S-video, you plug it all in, and it won't be overly I'm not quite prices, but the modules won't be overly expensive. Now, of course, if you want to I'm going to be doing. I've got a specific S video card. It's about 25 quid or something like we're going to put into it. But if you want to put one of these in, which is a retro tank, we've got a case for it, a mount frame for it. The mini and the pro. Don't think they're making minis, but they're a little expensive, but they're bloody good. I mean, they're the gold standard, absolute gold standard. And I like to say that the ones that I'm using, these ones, I went through about 5 tests, and I found one, I'm selling it for about 28 quid. So you get 90% of the quality, a third of the cost. But that extra 10% matters to some people, right? Now, I'm saying 90%. That extra 10% doesn't matter to some people, but I'll have a mount tray for it. It's around somewhere. God knows. Oh, yeah, it's something back in the morning. But yeah, so yes, I'm an ex-aerospace. Yeah, we're 15 years designing late. Yeah, Appy can design torpedoes. I still think in the morning I've been asking him. I want a button. You press it, and it goes bing like a torpedo. I don't know why. I just fancy that. We'll be visiting your booth at Amiga 37. Cool. Be nice to see ya. Oh. Appy will do his job, and then I'll make sure he's looked after. Don't you worry. But we have a nice arrangement. It wouldn't have happened. I mean, I already had a system, brilliant. But I think Appy and I, if it's the Kickstarter success, I think I'll be able to make a proper business, really good business, and really make a living out of it. Appy will hopefully do really well out of it. We'll all do reasonably well out. We ain't going to be millionaires. But I think we'll do well, and then we can work on the next project. I haven't thought of that. Well, I've got 2 or 3 in mind, but all right. Oh, yeah, Appy's. I don't want to blow sunshine up his butt, but he. Yeah, I trust him to deliver. So every now and then, you know what? This world's full of really clever people, and sometimes you have to just harness that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this monitor. I know what I wanted to do. Appy knows what he wants to do. Merge it. I think it's going to be a good monitor. I really do. Is it going to be cheap? No. No. Is it going to be expensive? No. It's not going to be expensive. Don't ask how much, because I haven't set it yet. No, I don't think so, Mark. But I think the monitor's going to be good. It's as I said to everyone, if you look at if you go on one of the sites and you look for a quality IPS 19-inch 4354 aspect ratio monitor, I mean a quality one, look at the prices. That's the kind of price. Is it going to be 100 quid? Don't be silly. No. No. But it's not going to be ridiculous. But at the end of the day, it has to make money. And I try to make quality products. I really do like making quality products. And there you go. Right, so now you put Danger, you put a good PC monitor in that, and I'm not talking about a PC monitor. I'm talking about a 4.3 or 5.4 aspect IPS high quality monitor. Yeah, panel. Go and look at the prices. That's the kind of price. You can buy, look, that one over there, that Philips, it's 150 quid. Fantastic. 16.9, fantastic. I can't compete with that. But it won't have what we'll have. So, but I want to sell a lot. I have to get the price right. I have to make a profit. And if I make a profit, then we can do this. But again, I'm hoping I can. That people will just know the quality of my products and back it. Maybe when the Kickstarter launches, fire in there. Tell people about how good the quality of my existing products. Because that's what it's all about. I mean, that prototype there, which I really still like. Appy's got the other one. No, I messed that one up. He can have that one. I really like Monitor, but it's got a ton of faults, a ton of things that ain't right. So when I go away, if I don't kill myself on my... If you're wondering what this is, I've actually got the real thing in the garage. It's a KTM 300 EXC. So anyone who's knows that... Jesus Christ, Steve. Yeah, that was my gift to myself because of the cases. All right, literally, that was my gift to myself. It's way too good for me. We went to Wales. I went to Wales last year with my mate when I first bought it. In a weekend, I crashed 19 times. Going to try and break that record this time. But remember, if you know anything about off-roading, a crash means donk, right? Donk. But yeah, so we're going tomorrow, couple of days. So happy I'm away for 3 days. Although I'm going to be online now. I will have my tablet with me. I'll have my phone. I still question: can we work with Johan Grip, designer of the 128 NEO, and your case to produce? I don't know what a 128 DCR is. Should we talk offline? I'll work with anyone if it sells my cases. I just want to sell cases. The cases pay my mortgage now. Not like the old days. Right. Christ, right. I'm going. Anyone else got any questions? If you've got any questions, I'll answer them. Any more questions? Cost reduction. Yeah, look, happy. Let's talk offline about it. I have 2 of your keyboards. One I'm using now, and my 9-year-old son been smashing away on it. The other is my 500 mini. Both are great. Oh, good. Good. All right. Thanks so much, guys. And I will. I'll try and do another one next Monday if I can. It might be the following week because sometimes I haven't got much to talk about. Now I'm just waffling now. Thanks for Peter. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate the comment because I'm going to go and sit with my wife for an hour before I go to bed because I'm not going to see him for 2 or 3 days. See you later, guys. Thanks very much. If I can find this kill button. Where is... No, I'm trying to find it. Where's it gone? Typical, isn't it? I can't find the kill button. Here's the kill button. Alright, guys. Again, thanks very much. Yeah, thanks a lot, Peter. It'd be nice to see it in there because yeah, I mean, oh, for God's sake, I love that 2-part Amiga video. Seriously, it was really good. I actually like the Spectrum and the Amstrad one. Is that enough kissing up? Yeah. Did I turn that back on again? Yeah, I did. Right, so I've found the button to end the stream now, so I'm going to go. Thanks all for coming. May do next week, probably the week after. So, but we'll speak again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye. And this is the embarrassing bit because I've got to find the end button. See ya.